Okay, William, let's have a go. Don't get late. Okay, just stop there. Good, good. Very nice, very nice. If you can just be maybe a little sharper with those, hitting those after these sus notes. Just, yeah, don't get sooner into that.
William, try and do that in the pivot before you step. That's it. So you keep it in. Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
No, see, that's how I need help all the time. And the only references in the solo to him being a fisherman is this one that's diagonal, where it actually says in the libretto, but it's like throwing up the rod. And then just where we stop, there's a reference to the moon, where Ashton used to get me to go and see it and just draw a circle. So that's the moon. Yeah, don't get too soon, just almost do it. Just draw so. That's better, that's better. Yeah, good, good, good. Yes, lovely, lovely spin, but enjoy it, but don't get late for those. Yeah? Let's just do that bit again. Yeah. It's very nice.
Try and do, sorry.
No, go ahead,
if
please.
If possible, try and do 3 walks back before you do the press. So you should go 1, 2, 3, then it's into this. That's right. It should take longer, that section, because then you won't get into the fishing rod too soon.
Okie doke. Thanks, Michael. Fishing rod, jump. Head right back here, right back, yeah. Good, nice. Come back, see it, and draw a circle around it. There we go. Are we late or early on those?
Late.
Late, yes. Late, yes, yeah. Bend these a little more. Yes, that's better, yes. And then on these, get a sort of lilt, you know, like the first one. Yeah, that's it. Good.
And do you actually place your arms? So instead of having to, do you almost
yes.
rotate them?
Yeah.
So it's more. That's it,
Yes. Yes, keep it. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Can we be really picky right at the beginning? Just if you can try and keep that as you come forwards. Yeah, so think of this as just spiraling straight up, stepping out, spiraling straight up, stepping out. And then the pirouette into this should have a flat back foot. Yep, so that's right. That's good. So after the fishing rod, after this.
That one, yeah.
Yeah. Then you go into the pirouette that way. That's right. Now this should be a flat back foot profile. Right. Yeah. So it will take a little bit more time. That's right. There. Two arms up and that's right, isn't it? Yeah. Good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sorry.
Also, on these, just have a focus when you're lifting things up. As if you, yeah. Yeah, yes, that's it. See what you're doing, yeah, yeah. And nice press on that one there. Yeah, that's it.
Don't forget to use this, that to that. Don't forget your Ashton bend. So really use your waist from here to, that's it, yep, there you go.
Should we pick up from
Kabuki.
Bom? Yeah. Set Kabuki's Japanese.
Straight on the moon. So the
Yes, the moon.
moon 4.
Da, 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 da. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3. That's it. Lift it up.
Yeah. So
Relate again.
yeah.
Nasty bit, yeah.
So
Yeah.
don't forget, we're going to try and do an 8 that way, 6 that way, and then we're straight into going upstage.
Mhm.
Yes. 3, 4.
5, 6, 7. Yeah.
Keep those a bit more bent. You've done this one and this one, and then just keep it forward. Don't straighten them out too much.
Yeah, that doesn't happen till the end, so just keep it.
1, 2. Yeah, don't be too Groucho Marx on that one. Once you've done that, sort of step, bring it slowly down. Not so much plie. Yum, come up, stay straight, 2, 3. Yes. Yeah. This is good. Really lift this up and almost in awe of what you've seen. Yeah. Not too long here because we got to show up and turn.
Yes.
Yeah, for this nasty.
Into your step crossover.
Yeah. Should we go from
I think, should we go from moon again?
moon again?
Yes, we can get there. Because we're getting slightly late on 8, 1. Yeah. 8, 1, 2, and 3. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
same again, please. And.
Yum. 1, 2,
6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3. We were on it, weren't we? for
Yes.
that? Yes.
Yeah.
I've got the wrong glasses on.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm in the dim.
Don't forget that you want to try and make those equal, so they're
Yeah.
going up and.
You can almost step a bit diagonally. Don't try and do too cross for those quick ones. So you're here and here. You can, it makes it easier. 1, yes, now third. It's got to try and keep a straight line. Yes. Yeah. And 1 and 2. What are the arms and the quick ones?
3, 4.
3, 4.
So it's
right.
just open.
Yum, bum.
3,
1.
4.
Yes.
That's it. So
Let-
fuerte.
Let them help you. Yeah.
And it's really
Yeah.
nice on the video. Anthony finishes up on both.
Yeah.
So up.
Yes.
Yeah.
You use the arms. That'll help you. And 1, 2. Don't think of so high legs on these quick ones. That's beautiful what you do there. Now just think of up, up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Drosselmeyer moment, just going straight up into the lifting the curtain. So straight on it. So great. Ready and. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
2, good, okay. Hear the bird.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
Just slightly late again, but it's good. Very good.
Yes, this was good.
Upstage flat. Yeah.
What happens after those, William? Yeah. And then it's up to there, yeah. All right. Oh, this one. Yes, really enjoy that. Try, really finish that one. Because it's a lovely, it's very Ashton move. Yeah, yes, lovely. That's it, that's it. Yeah. Yum, ba-da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. Keep it quite, yeah. Yes, good, okay, good. As long as we hit center. And then when you don't get too classicalist, you can be more into your knees when you hear it, and then stay down and just flutter your hands. Don't come up to, I mean, you beautifully classical shapes of it. Yeah, that's better. Flutter them. Flutter them. Yeah. Yeah. Now press here. Yes. Jump up. That's it. That's it. Yeah. Where should we pick that up from? The double C-zone thingy, or?
Yeah, could
Easier to go back to the fouette step again, is it?
Or we could go this one.
At the moment,
Yes.
what? You're doing
Yeah.
it to the left, are you? Could you fake it so you do it to the right? The doodah, the double.
Try and go
Because you're doing a
directly.
signal at the moment, aren't you?
Yes, because I think, are you attempting to go to the left? Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just thinking.
So that,
That's
there you go.
it.
Yes. That's it.
That's it.
Straight out.
Feel awful?
Don't forget that we've got this special upstage across.
So I wish I knew what makes it easier, this, but it's sort of odd.
There you go. Through that leg. There you go. Try and make sure this one is. There you go.
Yeah.
I would have it more underneath your shoulder as well. Don't pitch yourself forward. Try and have it underneath your shoulder. That's right. Good.
Yeah. Where from? That
8 before
Double.
the double C-zone. So yeah.
yeah.
So thank you, Michael. And
Yeah, okay, yeah. We got a bit ahead of ourselves there. I think there's a position there, yeah.
That's straight on fishing rod again, isn't it?
Yes. Don't push it up too high that you can't push yourself over. Yeah.
Try and
Yeah.
stand in a plié, fondue leg. Yeah. So don't bring it up straight. What? There you go. Good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Joke. What, should we pick it up from there?
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Great. So 6 in and.
Show it right back. Good. Yeah. All righty. Okay.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. Demi point. Yeah.
Really, from the top of your knee, push it out. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. And on this, you know, with the turn, with the flick, not so wide, sort of here.
And I think, do we keep the arms out for the
Yeah.
pirouette? Oh, they come in.
Yeah, there.
Yeah.
That's it. Help it to higher. Yeah. Yeah. And it's into, yeah. And this one, William, a little more exotic. No, but bring it round and in. Yeah, not so splayed. Yeah, it's only for a bit and then you do that. Yeah, good. Are we ready for
Yeah. For the pirouette, don't forget that you want to try and just either bring them in, but so they have a bit more weight to them. Otherwise, it sort of disappears and then comes back out. So they have a flick. Try not to flick them, so it has more. So it breathes. That's yeah. Flex out in. Stay out longer. Do you
Maybe
think?
come in and out once, I think.
Yeah. So I would maybe stay out a bit longer, come in, out, towards the end. There you go. Yep. There you go.
Yeah. Yes. That's better. That's it. Yes.
Don't
Don't
get that
don't
back
get them
corner.
behind you. So you can just see them. Yeah, that's it.
And then going into this fisherman step, don't forget that back corner. So really take in that back corner. Throw your rod. That's it. Fishing. That's it. Good.
So, should we go on?
I think we should run it.
Do you want to run it?
Why don't we?
Okay. I've forgotten what ballet masters are like.
Don't forget. Underneath. Yeah. Because otherwise you'll get down the front too soon. Okay. Thank you, Michael. And Okay.
Right.
All right.
Do you want a tissue?
Are you okay? Yeah. Try and go down the leg with that last pirouette. Yeah. Pressure down the leg. Yeah. One last time. And.
Just up here, watch that you don't start these pressures a bit higher, because you start so low that it has nowhere to go. Start a bit higher. Yes, sure, sure, yeah, good. Can you bend your hands a bit more? That's better, yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. And just on this, you've got a nice turn. Really finish the head. Let it yes, yes. Not quite so much, but it rather just dies as opposed to yeah, yeah, yes, yes. Okay, good, good. And this can be more into the ground, really into the ground. Yeah, yeah. That's better. That's it. Yeah, good, good, good. That's it. That's it. Right. Lovely. Well done.
Natasha. And
Here
a
she
rose.
comes. All right.
Yeah, good, thank you.
Yes, as I said, in the film you'll see afterwards that we just start lifting, but the trees come on and I had to lift her actually out. These lifts, because I was getting towards the end of my career, not quite, but I'd worked with Ashton a lot and I'd built up my own sort of strength for the lifts that he liked, which are the dead weight lifts, which I call the forklift truck weights. He loved the imagery of the ballerina being just that much off the floor and floating along. But it's not an incredible amount of strength, but it's a sort of unique knack that you have to get. And the other thing that we did was, as I took her out of the tree, and we did a series of pressages, down and up, down and up. Now, William and Anna Rossignol, we've literally had 1 hour rehearsals, about 3 at the most. And I don't want to push William into the forklift truck thing too much because we have to find a knack. So we probably won't do that, but that's what it was originally. So we'll go from first lift, yes? How do we pick it up? What have we got into?
We'll go straight on the high note, which is the 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to go straight into it? Or
What's
do
before
you want
it?
to talk,
Oh, do you want to tweet a bit?
Do you want to talk it?
Yeah.
Do
Do you want to talk it through? Yes? Okay, Song.
Let's just talk. So we've done the first lift. So we've gone round. So don't forget to keep this low V, and then as you're lifted, it goes out and then comes back in. So that happens. So that's 4 times. Comes down. That's it. Into this pirouette. Yeah. Good. Pull the brow back. Good. So 5. Press down 6, 7, and 8, and 1, 2. Good. 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Good. Now remember, Will, if we can just try and readjust so we're slightly lower, so she doesn't feel like she's hanging, just on the readjustment. Good. You lift her up.
Yes,
so
wait,
Anna Rose, wait.
If you can, wait till you feel William. That's it.
Bend.
Bend, yes.
Yes. Good. Good. Backing up. Excellent. Over. No, you're going to wait. He's going to pull you off the floor. Don't make it easy for him. There you go. Good. Great. Good. Wrap in. Wrap in. Let's just go up to there. Let's go up to there.
Are they as
Giving too much
straight
away.
as that on those wraps, or do they? Are
They
they
are. Check.
Back to the
confer
orbital.
with the tablet? The magic tablet.
Don't forget when you first come down after the first lift, you're in that extreme position, almost like, pirouette, yeah. And then after the cab, just
They are.
keep it
They
so it's
are,
like
yes.
that. So once
And
you've
does
landed in place, and
he
then the
just
big
pull her
bra.
from the kneel? Just, yes, there's
Yeah.
no step. Yes, when you kneel, you know where you're waiting for William, where are you to pull you up? There. Now, literally just go on to that, yes, so there's no sort of
There's no
preparation
step
between,
before it,
yes.
no.
Yeah,
You're being very
Okay.
kind to him.
yeah. So where have we got to? I'm just marking through. We've got to the wraps there, into
So this is
the
a 6,
little,
remember. So you've got the rock, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2,
the plie,
3, 4, and 5,
1,
and 6,
2,
and
and 3.
7, 8.
Lift up from there.
Good.
Whoops.
Sliding.
So I won't go so fast.
Good.
Good.
That's it. Good. Keep going around, make sure she's on that leg. Set her up. Go.
Yum.
And
Da-da-da-da.
easy. Good.
Good. Right.
Forward.
Round.
Swivel around. 2 legs up. Yeah, if you try and think of bracing up
Yeah,
2 legs before the
don't
arabesque.
travel too much with this one. Think of doing that circle with her in that position.
So a back up first and then...
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I mean,
just
I think
back up, circle round on yourself so she can then gather the legs and then goes into arabesque. Then don't forget your get off me firebird moment. Yeah, so round,
Right,
2
that's-
legs up.
yeah, yes.
That's it. Go, catch. Good.
Right. Good. Good. Right.
Looks like we've rehearsed that, doesn't it?
What?
Looks like we've rehearsed that. We've seriously only had 2 hours, haven't we?
Yeah,
So that
literally.
shows how good you are. There you go. Excellent. Okay,
So-
shall we try from the top?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to do all the tweeting or not? No. No.
Let's go from the high
No,
note.
we'll go from the left. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so thank you. So ready, and.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you need, after the wrap, sway, sway, then closed fifth. Yeah. Good. Do you want to backtrack on any of that?
No.
Very good.
Just remember to keep the first lift quite straight across. This one, yes. A bit, yes. Just
Anthony,
keep
do
it
you think
all profile.
from the very beginning, for the big circle, if we can do more of a circle and then the very last lift should just come in straight
Yes, it's going a bit high.
on profile.
Yes, yeah.
So don't just think of doing a circle, almost circle around to here and then the last lift almost comes into land and then come down onto point. Yeah. Try not to sort of search for the floor. Yeah. So come down onto point. Good.
Yeah.
Cabrel was good. That was all. Promenade was all good. Fouette lift was great.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just where on the film, I think, as the camera is underneath, it looks very high, but just that first leg needs to, yes, before
Yeah.
that go up more. I don't know if
Should we just try that? So
It's
go
your-
on. 5, 6, 7, and 8, and
yes,
1.
it's not going.
Yeah.
It's
Don't try not to do that fouette until Will has got you higher. So allow him to throw you up first. Don't forget we said about going up and then trying to do the mechanism at the top.
does it. It looks like you're keeping both legs quite tight together. Can you? Would it help if you opened your legs as you
Yeah,
he
because actually
pushes?
hers are quite.
Yes, let's see
aren't
if
they?
that. Yeah.
8.
Oh,
No,
no.
you fouetted too soon then. Yeah. So ready, and 6, 7, and 8, and 1.
It's better.
Good.
Yes.
Good. Now show
Yeah.
this. Make sure we see this, and it should be off
I
balance.
think so.
Yeah. So it
Yeah.
should be up. So we yes, that's right. Good.
Yeah. Good. That's nice. Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Good.
Good. And more as you come forward the body. Yes. Maybe yes. She only does I think 2, but it's a little more elaborate. Yeah. Yeah.
Just try that. Think of that thing of get off. Yeah. You've been captured and you don't want to be. So then this is good. Don't forget to bend yes. So once you wrap him in, really bend. Yes. Good. Yeah.
That
Good.
was
Keep
nice.
profile. Keep profile on this one. Yes.
Yeah.
Did we do the calling?
It's
We did.
just the linking moments that you've got to somehow disguise, that you're not waiting. Yes, and that, yes, somehow it's just got to keep living a bit. I don't know what you can do before William gets them, but it's just think of keeping, yes, that's it, yeah.
Anna, do you
And then
remember?
keep going.
Sorry.
No.
Yeah. Now keep, yeah, well that's good, because we didn't see any sort of, waiting for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
And don't forget Lorraine's head that she brilliantly found. That one. Yeah. At the end of the pirouette, just to add more to it. That's it. Yeah.
Where should we
Good.
go?
Should we go from landing? So we've come round and we've
Oh,
landed.
right.
Yes. So ready. So into the. That's it. 2.
No.
Straight up. Good.
Better, yeah.
Now show this. Go. Show it. Good. Sorry.
All
Very
right,
good. Very nice. Let's go back to the going into the da. Doing Lorraine's head as well.
Lorraine's head.
Lorraine's head. Yeah.
Lorraine's head.
Actually, let's do the getting off. Shall we do the getting off
Yeah.
to the knee? So the tweeting to
The
the knee.
lead in the forward.
Yeah. Great.
Great.
Good. This
Forward.
lift was great. And into this. Lovely. Very nice. So this is going to the knee. Ready and. Head. Good. Head. Good. Now right over, William. Get her forwards on that leg. 6 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, 8. Good. Excellent. Very good.
Yeah.
Very nice.
What happened there? Not lower enough? Yeah. So she can get the balance, yeah.
Very nice. Don't forget, 4th cabriole land. switch, fourth, cabriole, land.
When you and the fifth,
Yes.
going straight to
Yeah, open, cabriole. That's correct, isn't it? Yeah. Fourth, cabriole, land, switch, cabriole, land. Yeah. And then, so we'll really get this with the rhythm. Da, 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 da. And we remember we said we weren't going to put down the back foot. So it's almost like just gets lifted. Yeah, okay. And then Anthony, do you think this should just keep stirring into this off balance, into the lift? So there shouldn't really ever be a moment that it stands still. It just needs to keep rotating. Yeah.
Yeah, I think,
Do you think?
yeah.
Okay, let's go from the 6, please. So which is the rock? Straight on the rock. Ready? So you're wrapped in. So, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Pull off. Go. Now keep promenading, keep going. Good. Good. Keep promenading even now. Good. Perfect. Now, tummy, go. Good. Now straight up and lower.
Good, yeah, that's it.
Excellent. Land. Turn to face, go. And 2 feet up. Go. Thank you.
Good, good.
Excellent. Very good.
On that funny thing, there's just, it looks awkward coming out of it. What do you feel you need to be pulled up from it? Yes, yeah.
Do you want to do more turn low? Should I bring you up sooner?
Think of showing that now. That's better, yes. Without a sort of bounce, but just, yeah. Mm.
Yeah, is there any way, Will, instead of trying too much lift,
Yeah.
just think of, going to that front leg. So off, just, that's it, yes. Now don't forget, this is you now wanting to get away from him. Yes, yeah, so even on the release of the arabesque, it's you want to take flight, so it's more urgency, yeah. Then, now, yes. Now do you think that they need to get further apart before he catches? Because it looks like they
can't
just go
remember.
along the arm and catch. So,
Yeah, possibly.
yeah. I think get a little bit more
Right.
distance between you. Let her go, and then catch her. That's
Yeah.
it. Now on this one, let her go more, and then yes,
Yeah.
yes. Otherwise, it's all happening
Yes,
over there.
absolutely, yeah.
Right.
William, just a detail, but remember when you go away from, don't get too baroque here. You're just actually in the awe of this creature as you move back. That's all the movement is, and you get a bit elaborate, yeah? Think of her on the floor. Yes, it's like, my God, she's so beautiful, and that's what makes you fly over her. Yeah. Good.
You know, the slightest large movement will most probably make her fly away. So it's just you're very tentative about even moving yourself before you go in. And then that last turn from the jetta, you want to make sure that she's not moved. So you want to switch around as quickly as possible to make sure she's still there.
Good.
Great. Good.
Are we?
Should we run it?
You heard him.
It's
want to
good.
just do it,
So
yes?
It's really good.
Yes, it is.
It's your fault because we were going to take more time on it, but it's great. It's good.
Yeah. Well done. Okay, let's
let's
just
go.
once more for
Yeah.
luck and then call it a day. Yes.
Do you want a glass of water or anything? You're okay? Yeah, okay. Thank you, Michael. So, and... Good, keep coming around over here. Good, now just go into land. Perfect. Bend.
Okay, better. This will get up to this.
Treble this. 7, 8.
That should be a bit wider, that lunge.
Keep going, keep promenading. Good. Easy. Straight up on that leg. Now low. Good. Go, 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 go. Go, let her go. Good. Excellent. Very good. That's great. Thank you, Michael.
Good.
Very nice.
Just, if you can, you know these ones back. If either it's up to Wilma or not, be a bit wider lunge for the last one. So we see you come off. Yeah.
Really try and think of showing this back
two,
leg. Showing
now
it.
go further. Now let's say, yes, because what's interesting is seeing the back leg come off in that angle. Yeah.
So we'll
before you go into
allow
the
her to stay
promenade.
off
So
the
we
leg.
bring her onto balance first before it goes into that. So we see that arabesque first and then it goes into the, yeah? Yeah, yes. It's just, what's interesting is seeing this leg come off balance. Yes, now you go. Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Yes. And then you always want to come off the floor, whether he's late or not, wait for him. Wait for his hand, yes. Yeah. Good, thank you.
Great.
I think they've
Thank
done
you.
really well. Thank you very much. Well done.
Right, well, while you're giving you a chance to sort of think of the questions that you want to ask, I think really I'd like to have a little bit more of a chat with Anthony. Really sort of thinking about when Ashton started work. Did he start with your solo? Did he start with the pas de deux? Did you start in the middle of the piece? How
No,
did it go?
I think he started in order. Whereas when I worked with Kenneth, the pas de deux were always the central thing. He wanted to get them sort of out of the way. But I think with this piece, Fred wanted to do very much in sequence. Yes, yeah.
So this is when we've only seen very little
Yes,
part of the sort of the. Could you say a little bit more about how your role develops in the work?
I always say in all these questions and interviews that I just wish the creative process was on film. Because my answer is we just used to get into the room. He was absolutely crippled with nerves, although he didn't show it. He might ask for a framework of the counts, the first counts. And then it just came out of the air, especially Fred, who would sit more than Kenneth. He'd say, well, there are 8 bars, I want you to. I just can't answer these questions because it was as if by magic that it developed. And that's why the roles by Ashton and Macmillan were like tailor-made. They were fitted you like a glove, and you felt you'd almost created a sort of 85% of it. And or you try something, he gave you the freedom of trying something. He said, well, I don't like that, but turn it round. Or I like that, but double up the rhythm here. or maybe, yes. It just was such a collaborative process.
Well, I think that's one of the things that's very obvious, because it is, when you look at it, it is so tailor-made for you. How do you therefore feel about passing on some of these roles to other dancers?
That's actually very interesting. I mean, you know, I've always said you can't freeze things, and that, you know, each dancer who gets to a level of up there, they've got there because of their own qualities. And sometimes you might see them doing something and you think, oh, I wish I'd thought of that. But, but you must respect what the language is. But each dancer has their own unique personality, and it'll bring something different to it, yeah. So it's a very interesting process, actually. I have no feelings, oh God, you should do it like that or whatever. It's just, and if they're responsive, I mean, it's the most wonderful experience, yeah.
I'd also like to ask you a little bit about this whole sort of idea that you have had your roles created in one place and then you go and insert them into. How is it like working with John Dexter, for example, to bring the elements together?
Actually, with Rossignol, it was very much, the direction was more of what the set was doing and how we fitted into it. So from that point of view, he was really moving the singers around and fitting Natasha into it. I mean, just a bit of an aside, the history of this triple bill. They had a meeting, Ashton, Dexter and Hockney, and it got to Oedipus. And they had a very eminent, respected actor lined up to narrate Oedipus. And they were talking about it. And I had just narrated Wedding Bouquet. And Fred, in his very practical way, well, you've got Dowell here, why not let him do it? You know, it was a sort of economic reason. I don't know whether the Met thought that was a nice way of saving money, because it was actually lined up for Christopher Plummer. So I was terrified. Dexter was very famous and infamous as a sort of sacred monster in the theatre world. I've talked to many actors who went, oh my God, John Dexter, brilliant as he was, but he was very tricky. So we had a lunch. I had a lunch with Dexter, very nervous. And I said, look, please, you've been roped into this. I've only narrated once. It's been done like a package deal. For God's sake, say now. And he went, no, we'll try. So I had a series of rehearsals with him, hardly any corrections. The empty Metropolitan Opera House, because the way it was set up, there was the orchestra, and I was on a sort of black throne halfway between the orchestra and the stage, and then the action went on 2 levels. And then one rehearsal, he went right up the top of the Met, and I did all the speeches, and they said, I can't hear that, I can't do that. And that was all, and I did. I can't believe I actually did it. I mean, it must have been sort of the bravery of youth somehow, because I think the only thing I did once was I wrote, because originally I was going to read it like a lectern, and then we learnt it, and I had the initials of each speech on my wrist. And a cough sweet in my dinner jacket pocket. But no, I mean, it was a wonderful experience, the whole thing.
Yes. I'd quite like to bring Gary in about working in this. Yes, come on, the two of you. So working in this sort of situation. So it's a production you don't really know.
And
you know nothing about it.
Never heard of it before, I have to be honest. So yes, it's completely fresh to me. I don't know if you'd. No,
The same,
so you get the.
It was really like the Holy Grail when we found it. So to actually have the footage, and the footage is so gorgeous because at the very end of it, you see Ashton get up and start demonstrating various poses with Anthony and Natasha, and it's so lovely just to actually have him there on film. So it was a real thrill to actually see it and watch it.
So in terms of doing a production that you have no knowledge of. Obviously, having Anthony available to
not remember it,
but also to have that, obviously having had that first-hand experience.
Yeah.
So even if you don't remember the detail, you know how Ashton thought and everything like that. And obviously, you've had some experience to.
Well, I've been fortunate enough to dance Ashton. I unfortunately missed out on the opportunity to actually work with him. So sadly, he passed away when I joined. But No, I think as you grow up through the company, you have a sense of what is expected of Ashton. So I have a fairly good idea of, I think, what he would like or expect. And as you say, by having Anthony in there as well, it kind of then helps set the scene, make it even fuller and grander than what it is. So I just do the steps and counts, and you do the counts more.
No,
than
but
I
as I
do.
said, I couldn't have done it without these two. Because
So it is literally just a framework that we put together, and then Anthony has moulded it and fattened it up, which is great.
Right, I think I'd better open it up to the audience with your questions, and we do have two dancers as well. I wanted to give them some breathing space before they're faced with questions, but
What?
Stephanie.
First, thanks everyone for a wonderful start. I just wondered about the counts, because the ones you use now, they come and go. Sometimes you're silent, sometimes you say counts. And I wondered, were the Ashtons, are you using a music score that was used originally, so there's some information in the score?
No.
Sorry, did everyone hear the question?
Actually, Michael,
it's
you
about
could
the
answer
counts.
this better than anybody.
So essentially, Stephanie is asking about the counts used now, and how far they related to what Ashton might have used, or whether how far they relate to Stravinsky's score or the piano score is being used.
I don't think that there was a score that was actually written up, was
No.
there? There's no notation, there's no score. So Lorraine and Michael between them have literally got the counts together, and we've found how it's worked with the music, and we've actually putting the footage together with the score. It was quite difficult to begin with, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it's purely down to them.
Yes.
Yes.
There's quite a lot of movement in the pas de deux, which is off the vertical. Is that what it feels like? Does it feel quite hazardous? It makes it very exciting to look at. But
The question is about the movement being off the vertical, and how exciting is that?
Yes, and I think our first rehearsal, we tried everything very upright, and it was through maybe our second rehearsal that then we were able to find the off-balance moments, and I think that's what makes it look like she's flying and kind of hovering. She's almost never, which makes it quite a challenge when you're over your point shoe and you're trying to get your whole body weight up again. But
Nailed it.
I mean, the thing with Ashton is that you would dance the steps. All of us classically trained, we have this core which is very upright, and as a dancer you find your own balance, so you can turn well and you can do things in your own balance, and then you come in front of Ashton, who just, you've heard it all before, just bends and bends you and like takes the tablecloth from underneath your feet, and you have to find your own way, again, another balance of dancing his choreography, because if you're straight, he hated anything like that, and it's very boring too. And you see now, I'm afraid, sometimes with dancers, however technical and how much the legs go up, they operate without this, and it's sort of meaningless from the front.
You made many roles with Ashton. You were also working with Makarova, and you'd grown up with the Ashtonian Royal Ballet.
Yeah.
You were also in this working with Makarova, who came from a different
Yeah,
tradition.
yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
So the question is about the relationship with working with
Yeah.
Makarova, because Anthony and Natasha come from very different traditions.
And you had a lot of experience with Ashton, and she...
Yes, she was wonderfully unpredictable. That's what made the performances exciting. And sometimes I could have put an axe through her head, but that's another story. But when I first worked with her, it was on her own territory, like in Giselle and Swan Lake. And from the Ashton lines, which was very like this, the Russian way is very open and like this, and I had to find where, and it was quite difficult. I found it quite frustrating to find what she wanted. I mean, what made it easy, her body was like sprung steel. It was incredible. You could just manipulate it with the slightest touch. When she came onto my territory in Manon, it was a different story, and I took over. And so this was after Manon, where we'd both found, well, a way of recreating two new pas de deux and things, and we were both on the same territory. So there were moments where things, you know, were interesting, but it was, you know, you'll see on this film the extraordinary quality she had, yes. Yeah.
It's quite interesting. Sorry, I was just going to say, it's quite interesting because when you described it earlier, you said that the Nightingale was quite plain in comparison to then the mechanical ballet. But when we've been rehearsing it, we've been saying that
it's so exotic.
Anna needs to be more exotic.
Yeah.
Because Natasha is it's so exotic, isn't it?
Sir Fred was very worried, and he said to me in an aside, "Don't let her take it to Swan Lake." So that's why it's more fluttery. He didn't want her to become Odette.
I think it's probably a different sort of exoticism.
Very
Basically,
different,
it's in terms of the idea of the Nightingale, the exoticism is traditionally in the voice, and you've got the singer alongside.
Yeah.
But what the audience is seeing on stage is the bird, and so that bird has got to convey the song through her movement.
Absolutely.
And therefore there is an exoticism in that sense, but it's not the showy...
But I just thought Natasha to
yes.
being a plain ordinary
Plain
Nightingale.
was not a word.
Yes,
I
no.
It's very folk-y.
It's that whole sort of thing of interpreting sound
Through
in movement.
yes.
This is actually a very different thing. So yes. Sorry, we had another question here. Thank you.
It always fascinates me how dancers do pass things on from generation to generation, and that's one of the great things about dance. I always wonder how much gets lost, and would Pettifer recognise Swan Lake, would Fokien recognise Father? What would Fred think today? How much gets lost?
So the question is, how much has got lost?
I think when you've got the original creators passing it on, it doesn't get lost because it's in their bodies and the system. Where it can get lost sometimes is where, productions, I don't know. I think there's a great danger, yes. And also different cultures of companies where in the Royal Ballet we treated the choreographer, Ashton Macmillan, like the gods. They were the stars. Yes, we had the stars in the company, but we would have jumped through far from them. What I've noticed over the years and with guest artists, that they don't, that's not in their culture to respect it. I mean, there was one instance with something who shall be absolutely nameless, because I'll probably be sued, but where a couple in a Romeo balcony pas de deux, I was out front watching, and at the end they did the Manon lift from the Manon bedroom. And I said to them, you can't do that. And they replied, well, I won't even do the accent because that would give it away. But they said, but this is a Macmillan ballet. You know, they felt that, well, that's the same. One thing from Romeo can go into Manon or vice versa. Certain cultures, they don't. We've had that, and we've been so fortunate in having these incredible creative forces, which is what Madame believed in, which is the lifeblood of a company. And we would have done anything for them, and we wouldn't change anything without their permission. Yeah. But there is a danger, yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And I think it's worth adding that that's why events like this are so important, so that we do have the creators of the role passing on to the next generation, and so that there is that sort of truth that's being passed on, even if you can't remember all the details.
I mean, and also too, quality of film now is so much better. When the dress rehearsals are filmed now, there's sort of no doubt, there's no question of what, if you've got a newly created ballet, you see what the choreographer wanted. So that will help a bit. But yeah, it's a danger. Yeah.
Do we have another question over there? Yes, thank you.
You'd have to speak to the Royal Opera, I mean to Papano about that, because it's an opera. Yeah.
It's always a very difficult thing to get the works that are ballet and opera performed anywhere.
It was a lovely triple bill. I mean, it's, you know, there's no reason why it couldn't be revived. Yeah.
It was pretty good. It was a double bill over here.
Yes. Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, I think now is the time when the screen is going to be lowered and you will now see the film which has been referred to so often during the course of this afternoon.
Thank you.
So mind your heads, I think, is the expression.